Hello and welcome to Module 2. Module 2 of Precalculus covers exponents and logarithms. And what we're hoping to do in this module is understand when to use something written as an exponent and when to use something written as a logarithm. You should think of these like two different languages. So if I'm in Spain, I might want to speak Spanish, but if I'm in the US, I can probably speak English. So the translation between the two languages and the context of where you are is how you distinguish between a logarithm and an exponent. You use an exponent when your variable is the base. So something like x squared, I would want to leave an exponential form. However, if I have an exponent that's a variable, like 2 raised to the x power, I would want to translate it to a logarithm so that I can solve it. So really the key is the context between when to use each one and how they help you solve. After you're done with that, then you're going to move into the discussion. And the discussion is going to build on last week's material. So in last week's discussion, we talked about objectives and how to create strong measurable objectives. And this week's discussion, we're going to work on making sure that we can scaffold activities for an objective. So we want to think about what are the different things we can do with students to make them successful when it comes to the assessment for the objective. And remember, this is a math course, but we're definitely honing our teacher skills while we're in here. Then in the weekly assignment, you'll be working with logarithms and exponents and their properties. You'll download the PDF and once again, focus on showing the same work you would show if you were writing on your whiteboard and explaining to your students how to do each problem. After you're done with your assignment, you'll move on to your knowledge check, which you have 2 attempts at. So be sure to prepare, take that first attempt, understand the problems that you missed, and then move into the next set of problems and use your second attempt. You can do it this week. Just keep in mind that logarithms and exponents are different ways of solving problems depending on where the variable is located. It also might be helpful to keep a sheet of paper that has the characteristics of a logarithm and a property and an exponent on there. So things like when do you add exponents, when do you subtract them, versus with a logarithm, when do we multiply or divide something inside of a log. Feel free to use that as you progress through your assignment and your knowledge check.